student of history, like economic revolutions, industrial revolutions. I mean, they're exciting on reflection because these were the periods where a lot of change happened. Everything was up for grabs. A lot of layers of society and economy and culture and religion, even government, they get reformed or undone. And so it's all up for play. And I think our collective obligation is to honor that moment in time and put it back together in a better way. Better for people, better for the planet, better for the economy, right? So into one little corner of putting it all back together better, work and workplace. I mean, Corinne, you're deep on those principles and you're working with clients on that. Have you yet seen that the template, is hybrid work putting it back together correctly? You've even posited that hybrid is broken, or for a lot of people, the broken hybrid is sort of what they found themselves with.
Yes, yeah, that's a better way of saying it. Like the way that a lot of people learned how to work flexibly and work remotely was in 2020 under duress, and just based on that, like that means that we weren't learning at our best. We had a global pandemic. There were parents who became, second grade teachers. There were, kids who became caretakers to their elderly parents, fill in the gap of all these different things. And this is specific to the very privileged knowledge worker sect. We have to be really careful when we talk about this stuff because there are always going to be frontline workers, service workers who don't necessarily get to reap the same specific benefits of flexibility and remote work. But in this case of knowledge workers, we just kind of picked up all these bad habits and we did them without any form of regulation because of the company. Everyone was doing it. Executives were learning at the same time as the people. And so there wasn't a lot of airtime for folks to really shape these programs.
Survival rather than intentionality driven.
That is exactly right. And so it takes a lot of undoing the bad habits to create group habits, because I think our biggest challenge right now is that we have millions and millions of people who have created individual habits from 2020 and have, tweaked them here and there.
Right.
But there's no cohesive narrative of how does my team operate together in a flexible or a hybrid or distributed, whatever adjective you use, in that kind of way. And part of that is because companies are trying to solve the wrong problems. And that's where we are seeing return to office, go through whatever the 6th or 7th death rattle that it's gone through. There's that, sort of red herring focus. And also there aren't that many companies that are taking a strong stance and saying, this is what we believe in. Go ahead.
Can you say a little bit more about companies solving the wrong problems? In our world, I think we talk about that a lot, but to the lay observer, I don't know that that's so well appreciated. So preach to us a bit on that, if you would.
Absolutely. So, I believe that return to office in general is one of those wrong problems to solve, because the core learning from 2020, which we can call, oh, hi, Ani, what we can call the great work from home experiment, is work travels with the knowledge worker. So that means wherever we have Wi-Fi, wherever we have power, our work is with us. And that's the knowledge that I think is continuing to create the resistance from most employees, is that that's the key learning. They learned that work doesn't only have to happen in the office building that they commute to consistently. So that's the biggest rigidity. What companies could solve, instead of, I want you back in the office 3 or 4 days a week because that's just how we operationally feel better, is to come at it from the angle of, you want these things, but we value these things. How can we negotiate something in the middle that we know is measurably beneficial for you to come into the office for? So that is socialization with your colleagues, creating programming that doesn't just have you sitting at desks or is sitting in meetings, and really building that connective tissue back up, because that is one thing that really severely atrophied in 2020 and still has carried through to today.